If you want to learn about a way to screen print super cheap, quick and dirty, without having emulsion, without having to burn a screen, you came to the right place. I'll show you a way to screen print just using wood glue. I actually made that video, or I discovered that technique 8 years ago, and there is a video online, but it was before I talked. I was very shy in my early YouTube days, so I didn't really explain it. And also, I never tested how many prints you can get out of a screen that is based on wood glue. So today I'm going to talk you through it, and at the end of the video, we are also going to test how many shirts you can print with this. So there are a couple things that you will need. They are non-negotiable, and that is screens, squeegee, and some kind of color. And then usually, if you want to do it right, and it is the better way, you need to get photosensitive emulsion and then coat your screen, have your motif, burn it, wash it, and you're ready to print. We are taking a shortcut today. Let's talk more about the screens. You can buy them. These wooden small ones, they're like 25 bucks or something. Then there are more expensive ones with an aluminum frame, and you can also make them yourselves. You can buy the mesh. This is a yard and it was 12 bucks. So it is very cheap to make your own screens. And especially if you're using the wood glue technique, the screen will not be reusable. If you do the photo emulsion technique, you can wash it out and then burn another motif onto it. Not with this technique. So I would probably advise you to just build your own screens. I'm just lazy today, but Laura 8 years ago, she was not lazy. So we're gonna learn from her how you build your own screen. Right, now you have your screen. It's time to think about the motif. Past baby Laura, she had this little, I think it was called a Cricut or something, like a vinyl cutter, and it cuts the most intricate designs. You simply place your vinyl sticker on the screen, you cover it with wood glue, and then you peel it off after the glue is dry, and you're good to go. Present Laura has gotten older, lazier, don't have time for that anymore. Stop it. I want to see how far we can push this. If you've watched my videos, you know that I always try to get away with the least amount of effort possible and see how the result is. And if the result is not satisfying, I can step it up a little bit. So today I'm trying to make a design for next maker meetup, and I'm only going to use tape. So no computer, no vinyl cutter, nothing. I'm just going to use different width of tape. To plan your motif, you simply have to think whatever is tape is going to be the thing that's printed. It is kind of reverse, because what you're taping off now, your motif, the rest will be covered in wood glue. Then we peel off the tape, and that is where the screen has not been covered with wood glue, which means it still lets paint through. So again, your tape is going to be your motif. It's the only thing you have to keep in mind. Let's just spell out maker. Already getting tight, I can tell. Okay, it looks very boring, but it is a start. Let's just play with it. Because we have two colors, right? I want to print on a black shirt, because usually I wear black shirts because they don't appear dirty. So usually black shirts is kind of like the maker dress code, I feel. So we have to print in white. And I picked this color as a secondary color because I feel like this is very LA studio where we have the maker meetup. Maybe if we spell it a little bit different, straighten this out, we could have an LA in the maker itself. And then have the maker in white and then this LA just in pink. And that would be the back print. I think that would look cool. Okay, let's try again. Let's just glue some lines so I have an easier time staying in frame. Okay, we're gonna clean it up a little bit, even though I don't wanna, you know, I think what's gonna really sell the design at the end are exactly these moments here. I don't want to clean these things up because that's gonna be like, yeah, that was tape. Now we have to put the wood glue on it in one even coating. The more even we get it, the sharper and the more detailed the design is gonna be. So there's a thing called scooper, I think, where you usually kind of scoop on the photo emulsion with. Past Laura did that. That thing is weirdly expensive. So we're trying to find something, because I don't have it here, that we can reuse for this. I thought maybe we can just use that, fill it in with wood glue and kind of scoop it. And then you could cut it to size. I just think that this is too small. It's not gonna hold enough glue. Maybe it will, but maybe we can find something better. This would be nice. If this is not too wide for the screen, we could fill this with wood glue and kind of, if we could do it like this, and then the wood starts to run into the mesh, and then we just pull this, and we're done here. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's commit. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, and scoop. Whoa! Nice, it looks good though. It is a little bit more glue than I thought it would be, but I think we're fine. Okay, I mean, there it is done. We kind of have to be fine now. Okay, let's let it dry. While we are letting the glue dry, I will take the chance and talk to you about this week's sponsor, Fantic. This is a rotary tool, and check this out. Whoop, and I'm making the sounds, not the tool. The tool is actually pretty quiet. It's less than 32 decibels, which is nice because usually these rotary tools are annoyingly loud. First thing I love about this, and I know there are other cordless rotary tools, but have you seen one that is that slim? Like, the design of this is so nice because you're not holding a giant tool. Usually I use these rotary tools to engrave, like in my suitcase, and it's really nice if the tool itself is nice and slim. It just gives me a better feel and more control over the writing. It's also waterproof and dustproof, which is great because I'm messy. Because this is new, let's do the first thing I always do when I get a new tool, and this is especially satisfying since this is an aluminum housing. It comes with 35 different accessories. I'm looking for this one for engraving. The Fantic F2 Master comes with 5 different speed settings. This is actually so quiet. That's the highest. You hear my voice? Like, this is so nice compared to other engravers that I used. This is awesome. I just like to mark my tools to make them more personal, and I also like to put the year in it to remember when I got the stuff. Yeah, so this makes engraving a lot more fun, a lot easier, and also portable. Fantic is right now running a big Prime Day promotion on Amazon. There's a link in the description. Use the extra 10% off code LauraF2M to save a total of 46% off the Fantic F2 Master Mini Cordless Rotary Toolkit at Amazon. Ooh, I think it's already dry. Okay, let's peel it off.
Whoa, yeah!
Yes! It's working. Boom. This should work. This is a printable screen, I think. I want to print in 2 colors, so let's make it a little bit more complicated. Let's try to eyeball the LA part of this. I don't think it has to be perfect. Let's just use the slightly bigger tape for the LA and hope for the best. Not trying to overthink at all. That's cool. If that works, this can also double as a front print, just in white. That's cool. I love this design. Do it again. Cool. Let it dry. All right, that's the second screen. Almost time to print. The last thing we do is tape off all the areas that are not covered by glue. Otherwise, we could, we would print all of this, so. 2 screens. This one goes first, because that is the white on the back. Old shirt, piece of wood inside of it, so in case, I don't know if there's too much ink coming through or too much of the paint, I don't want to accidentally print on the other side. One last thing I need to do, the squeegee is too big. It doesn't fit. It needs to fit inside of here. I think it might be better to go like this. So we can cut it and then we can just... Okay. It would have been better to have a screen that's a little bit bigger, because as you see, we're super close to the edge. Okay, so we know this is roughly where we want it. We lift the screen, and now we're gonna flood it with ink. Well, that's nice. Let's just do it. Commit. And that looks good! Ooh. That looks so good! It's just magic. Screen printing feels like magic. So, you see there's a little more ink coming through, and the speed was pretty consistent. And then here I got slower because I came to the edge of the frame. And as I said in the beginning, it would have been nicer to have a bigger frame so we can just squeegee it like this. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We're just trying to make this work here. And I think every defect gets respect. So let's move on. Also, things are going to be much easier if we have a registration, because then we can double print, which would be nicer because then we have 2 whites. It will be even more. I'm mostly excited though about the pink. Let's see. Is this dry enough? No, it's not dry enough. Okay, put it in the sun. From when we started to having a screen print on the door was max 2 hours, and that's including filming. So some repetition, all of that stuff. So I think with this technique, you can get from an idea to a screen in under an hour. If you do like the quick and dirty with the tape but why not? Look how cool this looks. Why wouldn't you do it like that? I kind of like the mistake. Makes you realize it is actually homemade. Okay, now it gets really exciting. Ooh, it's much bigger. Let's try it. We'll see what it does. Gosh, okay, let's just do it. Do it, and go. 1, let's do another one. 2, let's do another one. It does look a little neon-y. I do love it. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Before we forget we have one more design to finish. We're gonna have to guess. Oh no, we took off part of the white. It still looks good. I mean, that can happen. Custom shirt in an hour. I mean, that's crazy. And I love this design. Couple things. If I were to do this again, I would use the same thickness of tape for the LA because I think this glowing effect is not as cool as I thought it would be. I think if it was smaller, we would have an easier time positioning it and maybe having a little bit of an offset rather than this big overlap. And another big learning is I should have put glue on all of this because the glue is easier to block the screen than the tape that I used. So just more glue over all the surface. Through the power of editing, I might do all of this work again and build a little station where we can register the shirts and the screens and we can actually mass print so we can test how many pulls do we get out of the screens. And you don't have to do anything. It's happening right now. I did get a little carried away with this and now I regret that we didn't film it, but I will make a sketch for Patreon. So if you're interested in this, you can look it up there. But now let me show you my collapsible screen printing station. This, super sturdy. Like you can put a lot of pressure on this. It also has this mat for easier registration. The shirts, they simply go on like this, so you always have something in between the two layers. Nice and flat. Now, made a new screen. Here's the arm. Swings down like this. And this is super adjustable, so you can adjust it side to side. And you can also loosen these and have it come out more. Now let's pretend this is how we want it. All the supplies are up here. Paint. When we're not printing, we want to switch the shirt. It kind of holds itself. New shirt. And done. Let's get this place in shape. The makers are coming in 1 hour, and then we can see how many shirts we can actually print with this. Okay, we're doing some screen printing tonight, but this is an experimental screen, so instead of the photosensitive emulsion, we just used wood glue, so we don't know how long this will last. We don't know if the quality is good, so if you want to have a print, feel free to give us a shirt, but we can't guarantee it's not going to get messy. Hey! Okay, so we actually lost track over the time. I think it was at least 50 shirts and the screen is still good. So we ran out of shirts. This is awesome. And I want to thank everybody who came out to the Maker Meetup. This was a complete success. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with a new video.